Hello everybody, welcome to Live Life RV. Today we're making chocolate covered cherry mice. So the first thing you're going to need is some Mary Marciano cherries, pitted and stem on. It's important that they're pitted and stem on, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drain the cherries and rinse them and dry them. Pretty much it. And we're going to take those, we're going to put them here on this sheet right here, like so.
Just dump it.
Just dump it. You want to make sure that these cherries have the stems on, because they're going to be the tails of the mice. And there we go. That's step one.
Let them dry. Okay, now we're going to make the fondant, which will be the cream filling over the top of the cherries. Everything I have here is tripled, so at the end of this video, the recipe for a single recipe will be posted. Okay, we have 9 tablespoons of soft butter, 6 tablespoons of corn syrup, only because it's tripled,
Caro syrup.
white Caro syrup. I never get off brands because you get what you pay for and it won't turn out as well. Six tablespoons of Caro. And 6 teaspoons. The recipe calls for milk. I use regular whipping cream. Not the heavy whipping cream, but just regular whipping cream. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to mix that up. We're going to add our powdered sugar, which I have 6 cups here, again because it's tripled. And it's going to be a dry mixture when it's done.
It's a big measuring cup.
My mixer doesn't like it thick. All right. Okay. We have the fondant. And that's what it looks like. Okay. So here's our fondant. Now you're going to put it on parchment paper, that way you won't have it stuck to your countertop or whatever, and knead it. It's nice and creamy, a little bit stiff, but that's what you want. Came out perfect actually. Okay, see how nice and smooth it is? This is going to turn to be that liquid cream filling that you find inside a chocolate covered cherry. Now what we're going to do is make little balls, about 2 inches, enough to fit around that cherry. Put it on a cookie sheet with another parchment paper so it won't stick. And I'm going to just do 3 of them here so you can see how it works. No use having you sit here and watching me do the whole batch. Then we're going to flatten it out. Not too thin. Using the palm of your hand. That way you don't get all the finger marks in it. Yeah, these are going to be nice and creamy. Then you take your cherry and form that cream filling right around it. I might even have a little too much, so I'm going to take a little off. As long as it's covered, you don't want it too thick because you'll have all that filling in there. Just like that. Always make sure you get the cherries with the stems on because this is going to end up being this way, and that's going to be the mouse's tail. People really think these are neat. I've had a lady who kept it for, I think she had it in her refrigerator for at least 2 months just because she was showing her friends. She thought they were cute. Just like that. Then we will put them in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 hours, and then we'll come back and do the chocolate dip. Here's a tray full of the cherries covered with the fondant. Now we're going to put it in the deep freeze and let it freeze probably for about 2 hours, because when we come back we're going to dip it in hot chocolate. If they're frozen, it won't cause the fondant to melt and drip off. Being it's frozen, the chocolate will dry quicker and you'll have a very good cherry. Okay, so our cherries are still in the freezer. They are frozen, so now we're going to get ready to dip in chocolate. You're going to use a double boiler. You don't want to use anything but a double boiler or it's going to burn. So just in case somebody doesn't know what a double boiler is, this is one. It is filled with water on the bottom, which then you put your pan on top and bring it to a boil. We're using Candy Quick chocolate. They also sell Candy Quick dark chocolate if you want your mice a little darker. Then you just take your chocolate, put it in the pan, and it will start to melt. While my chocolate is melting on the stove, we have unwrapped the chocolate kisses, which this is going to be the mouse head. It will go this way, cherry in the middle, tail out the back, if you can kind of picture it. Then we use the sliced almonds for the ears. And you can see when looking at them, a lot of the almonds are cracked and too small to use. So I dump all the almonds out and go through them and pick out good ones, because that's going to be their ear. And you can see when that goes in, you need the good sized, good almonds in proper condition. But that's something you can do while your chocolate's melting to prepare. So we're ready to dip our chocolate. Here you have your cherries, they're frozen. Nice creamy chocolate, ready to go. Chocolate kisses for the face, his head. And almonds for the ears. Like that way. I like the rounded part of the almond at the top because it looks more like an ear. Get that in there while it's still nice and warm. And there you got a mouse. We'll get to his eyeballs and all the good stuff in a little bit. Let me do one more here. You always want to make sure they're frozen or it'll come apart on you, because that's brown sugar, and that will melt into a great, nice, creamy filling. Just like that. Now our mice are set up, and we need to trim off the excess, like what's right here. So just take a sharp paring knife and trim her on the edge. Make sure you don't cut into the cherry, because then all that cherry juice and cream will come out. Just like that, and then you got it done. Okay, so I don't know what happened with this guy. I think he ran through a mouse trap and got caught by the tail, but he'll still taste good. Alright, so now we're going to do the eyes and the nose. And the eyes are white. Yeah. Oh, cute. Just don't dump them all over the floor like I just did. That'll be a cleaning job. Alright, so I'm going to take a little bit of chocolate. Let me work on the poor guy that got his tail broke. I'm going to put two dots where I want his eyes. Just like that. And then I'm going to put his little eyes on there. Just like that. He says, hello. Then I got the bigger pink ones. I think I'll just, let's see if I can do it without dumping them all over. Alright, we just need one. Then I'm going to put chocolate right on the tip of his nose here. Just like that. And I'm going to stick his nose on there. There he is. He says, I already broke my tail, now don't eat me. Anyway, they're really good.
Chocolate mice.
The finished product, to get the little real eye look, just dab a little tiny bit of chocolate on the white eyeball.